Welcome to Tarun IAS. Today we will be discussing weekly MCQs based on the current affairs. So let's start with the first MCQ of the day. The first question is the terms Nari Koravan, Kurubikaras and Hatti, which recently in the news, they are vulnerable languages, tribes, sacred forest or tree species. The Nari Koravaran, Kurubikaran and Hatti, they are tribes. Now let us see their explanation. Now Cabinet recently approved the addition of the 4 tribes, and these are the 3 of those 4 tribes. The Hattis community, they were in news because of their polyandry system, and they derived their names from the tradition of selling of homegrown arts. They are native to the Transgiri region of the Himachal Pradesh in the Sirmur district. Narikuruvaran, they are also a semi-nomadic tribe belonging to the state of Tamil Nadu, and they speak a language which is Indo-Aryan language. Kuruvikaran is also an additional colloquial name of this community in Tamil Nadu, and in Tamil, Kuruvi means sparrow, and they are traditionally known for their occupation of trapping birds. The next question of the day is, consider the following statements regarding Digi Yatra and choose the incorrect statement. Now you have to be careful here because the incorrect statement has been asked. So government has recently introduced the paperless and contactless hassle-free travel. That's correct. It will be implemented by the Airport Authority of India. See, it's not just implemented by Airport Authority of India, rather it will be implemented by Digi Yatra Foundation, which is an entity formed by Airport Authority of India and plus 5 airports, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad and Cochin. The facility currently exists at Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad. This is incorrect. This facility does not exist right now. However, the cabinet has announced the introduction of Digi Yatra in phases. Alright, so therefore second and third is our incorrect statement. Therefore, B will be our correct answer. Now let's look at the explanation. You see, the Airport Authority of India in conjunction with the 5 airports, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad and Cochin, is going to form an entity which is Digi Yatra Foundation, which will be responsible for implementing the Digi Yatra, which is a faceless and contactless hassle-free travel. It will also employ facial recognition technology at the airport, and it will be based on Aadhaar authentication. So currently the domestic airlines of Air India, Vistara and Indigo are involved in this. At the E-Gate, which is going to be the physical incidents at which the Digi Yatra is going to be founded. So therefore B was our correct answer. Let's move on to the third question of the day. Now consider the statements regarding the Forex Reserve component SDR. Which of the following statement is correct? Now correct statement has been asked, and the specific component in the Forex Reserve has also been asked. The SDR, which means the special drawing rights. It is an international reserve asset. That's correct. Created by IMF in 1969. This is also correct. It is neither a currency nor a claim on the IMF. This is also correct, because special drawing rights is basically a quota. Alright, based on the 5 SDR basket currency. It cannot be exchanged for any currency. This is incorrect. SDR can be exchanged for 5 currencies which are Euro, US dollar, Pound sterling and Chinese renminbi. Alright, so therefore which is our correct answer? 1 and 2. Hence C will be our correct answer. Let's look at the explanation. The SDR is an international reserve asset which was created by IMF in the 1969. That's correct. It is basically the official reserves of the member countries, and it was created as a supplementary asset in the context of the Bretton Woods fixed exchange rate system. It is reviewed every 5 years, and to ensure that there is a basket that reflects the relative importance of the currencies in the world's trading and financial system. Right, it consists of the 5 currencies that are Euro, Chinese Yuan, Japanese pound sterling and dollar. Let's move on to the question number 4. The term Sarvax was recently in the news. It is a cybersecurity tool, vaccines, fortified cereal or technical textile. You see, the Sarvax, it was in news because it is India's first indigenously made cervical cancer vaccine. Alright, so this is B will be our correct answer. Now when we speak of the Sarvax, which is cervical vaccine, this is again HPV, that is human papilloma virus. Human papilloma virus, it is that major virus that causes cervical cancer in female. Alright, now let's look at the explanation. World over, about a fifth of the burden of cervical cancer lies in India. It accounts for nearly 67,000 deaths per year. Sarvax is the first indigenously developed vaccine for cervical cancer. Question number 5 talks about the Agnikul was in news recently. It is related to which of the following? So you have to select the correct statement with respect to Agnikul. It is an indigenous destroyer which is designed by DRDO. It is a private space vehicle launchpad facility. It refers to the lineage of people in ancient India, or it is a bilateral exercise between India and Malaysia concluded in Indo-Pacific. See, Agnikul, the correct answer is B because it is the first private space vehicle launch facility which is created at Sri Harikota, Andhra Pradesh at Satish Dhawan Space Center. Now, so far only ISRO had this mandate to create the facilities, launchpad facility, satellites, etc., etc. But recently it has been seen that there has been an increasing participation of the private sector in the space sector. So, in order to boost the space sector, two entities were created by the government. One is the InSpace and the other one is the NSIL, which is National Space India Limited. Now, these two agencies are responsible for boosting the private sector participation in the space economy. So, therefore, it becomes the first space vehicle launch facility which is created by a Chennai-based startup at Satish Dhawan Space Center. Alright, so it is designed to accommodate the liquid stage control launches. Agnikul Cosmos is also planning to launch an Agniban rocket from this launchpad, and it is built to address the specific needs of ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, and to monitor the flight safety parameters during launches and share data and other critical information with the ISRO's Mission Control Center. Alright. Now question number 6 is Softshell Turtle recently moved from Appendix 2 to Appendix 1. Which of the following is correct? So the statement talks about the Softshell Turtle. The first statement is it is endemic to southern India and it is found across rivers and reservoirs. It is under near threatened category in IUCN Red List. Okay. So let's look at the question, the statement 1. It is endemic to southern India and it is found across rivers and reservoirs of southern India. That's correct. The softshell turtle is endemic to southern part or the peninsular part of the country. It is under the near threatened category. This is incorrect because it is under the critically endangered category of the IUCN Red List. So therefore, since we were asked the correct statement, only A will be our correct statement, thus A will be our answer. Let's move on to let's look at the explanation. So at the 19th Site Summit, which was concluded recently, the Softshell Turtle, on initiative taken by the New Delhi, it has been moved to Appendix 1, which will give it higher protection when it comes to the international trade, preventing its international trade which would threaten its survival in the wild. It is under the critically endangered state category of the IUCN Red List and it is protected under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 under Schedule 4. Now let us move on to the next question. Question number 7. Shakti Policy is related to which of the following? It is about manufacturing of anti-satellite mission. That's incorrect because it It is Shakti mission actually, not policy. It aims to provide seamless supply of coal to the thermal station inflicted with coal shortage. Now this seems to be correct. It aims to empower the women and elderly people by promoting social security scheme. This is incorrect. It aims to provide life assisting devices to the elderly people. This is incorrect because this is Vayoshri Yojana. Vayoshri Yojana. Alright. So therefore B is going to be our correct answer. Now let us look at the explanation of the Shakti policy. The Ministry of Power recently launched a scheme for the procurement of the coal in order to provide it to the thermal power station in order to procure the 4,500 megawatt of power for the coming 5 years. So the utilities that have shown interest in the schemes are Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited, Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company Limited, Madhya Pradesh Power Management Company Limited, New Delhi Municipal Corporation, Tamil Nadu Generation and Distribution Corporation Limited. So therefore, Shakti policy is about procurement of the aggregate power of 4,500 megawatt in order to and also to provide the seamless coal to the thermal power station who are impacted with the coal shortage. Is that right? So B was our correct answer. Let's see the question number 8. Consider these statements regarding the digital rupee. Select the correct option. So recently on Thursday, RBI launched on 1st of December, RBI had launched its digital rupee and it will be launched in phases, and currently it is being launched in select cities as a pilot project to see that how it will work out. So let's look at what digital rupee is going to be. It will be a token money, that's correct. Without status of legal tender, this is incorrect, because if it is a money, even if it is a digital money, then it should be recognized as a legal tender in order to be circulated in the economy as currency. So therefore, it is a token money having a legal tender status. So this makes statement 1 as incorrect. It will yet attract the interest and can be converted to other forms of money like deposit with banks. See, it's a token money, so therefore it will not attract any interest. Thus, it can be deposited with the banks just like the cash money, just like the other forms of money. However, it will not attract any interest. So, second is also our incorrect option. Since correct option has been asked, so D will be our correct answer, neither 1 and nor 2. Let's look at the explanation. See, the Reserve Bank of India on 1st of December, we know it announced the first pilot project for the retail digital rupee. 8 banks have been identified, and this will cover initially the 4 cities of India, and later on it will be extended to other cities. So as in case of the cash, it is not going to attract any interest, and also it can be converted to any form, to other forms of money, just like deposit with banks. Let's look at the question number 9. Consider the statements regarding the Purchasing Managers Index. It is a survey of respondents about change in their perception of key business variables as compared to previous month. It measures the level of manufacturing level in the country. The manufacturing level in the country is measured by Index for Industrial Production, that is IIP, which is released by NSO with 2012 as the base year. It is a survey based on the consumer purchasing power, this power parity. This is incorrect. It measures the purchasers' confidence in the economy via perception survey. This is also incorrect. The correct option is that it is a survey of respondents about the change in their perception of key business variables as compared to the previous month. Purchasing Managers Index is released at the beginning of the month, and it tries to compare the purchaser's perception as compared to the previous month. Right. Let's look at the explanation. It is a survey-based measures, as we discussed. It's about the change in their perception, and whose perception? The respondents, and respondents are generally the businessman and etc. Basically, it is an index of the economic direction of the economic trend. It provides information about the current and future business conditions. It is calculated separately for manufacturing and services sector. This is the point which is to be noted. And then a composite index is presented at the beginning of the month. It is released by Harkit and it measures 50 economies. 50 is the base mark. Right, sorry, 40 economies, 40 to 50 economies. 50 is the base mark. Less than 50 and more than 50. Less than 50 means there is contraction and more than 50 means there is expansion. All right. HMS market. So this is correct. This is the correct name. Question number 10 is consider the following statements and choose the incorrect statement. So we have to choose what? The incorrect statement. Wet leasing consists of leasing aircraft without operating crew and engineers. Dry leasing consists of leasing aircrafts with operating crew and engineers. See, actually the statements it has been reversed. Wet leasing actually means leasing aircraft along with the operating crew and engineers, whereas dry leasing means that leasing of the aircrafts without operating crew and engineers. So therefore both the statements are incorrect statements. Thus C will be our correct answer. And the explanation is given here. You can pause the video and read the explanation. See, now what happens so far, Cabinet has recently given this approval of, Directorate General of Civil Aviation has recently given the approval for the wet leasing of aircrafts. So up until now, in India, there was no provision for wet leasing. And leasing is, it's more business affordable way to operate any airlines, whether it is domestic airlines or in dealing with the international flights. So this makes business operation in the field of airlines easier. So thus wet leasing was in news. So I hope you understood these 10 MCQs that we have discussed. I selected the most important MCQs that we should know from the prelims perspective. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching Tarun IAS. Have a nice day. And if you want to download this PDF of this session, you can go to the Telegram channel. The link will be given in the description below.